G5 here, and we are going to go ahead and cast a series between WolFix and ggnore. So this is for the third place match in Season 2 of Starcraft Underground. WolFix, our red Terran, is here playing for Unhinged. And on the top right, we have ggnore 13 playing for Legion. And it looks like... So the map is Match Point, which is a two-player map. It's pretty good for Protoss. It looks like we're going to have a forward pylon from our Protoss here. And an early scout. Now the advantage of this is you can start off the block, you can get the early pressure, but because you started the pylon out this far and you out 8 scout after it, it tells me that he wants to steal this gas. Okay. He wants to dictate play and steal the gas. But to steal the gas, there's two options that Terrans have. And it's to kill the gas, do a gasless expand with a factory, or you throw down 2 barracks. So here comes that gas steal. No surprise there. And behind it, it looks like at the moment it's going to be Nexus first. No. Well, that probe coming out is too early for Nexus, but it is going to be Nexus first. I'm going to say it's too early for a Nexus and too late for a gateway, so it's a weird timing, so it's just going to sit there for a second. But gateway, the assimilator is done. Probe's just going to go ahead and be in line. Scouting around. It looks like WolFix is going to go the safe route, and he's just going to go ahead and scout. No proxy barracks. He's just going to kill the gas and probably expand behind. Nexus is down with a gateway. He can pressure. He definitely can pressure this. And it looks like the response from ggnore is going to be 2 gateways, and yeah, that's what he's going to do. He knows. It's match point's a long rush distance. Bunkers down. Match point's a long rush distance, but you do slow yourself down when you go for a gas steal into 14C6. So there's going to be no units for Mint. Zealots started, but you know, SCVs are here, Marines on the way. He's desperately trying to get that bunker down, and he does, and that's actually huge. We're gonna get 1 SCV going down, 1 probe, nice little drill. I think it was 2 probes, 2 SCVs. Zealots out. Pretty solid hold, actually. And the CC goes down. And it looks like the rush has been stopped. WolFix is turning around. And all things considered, this is good for GG. Absolutely. Bunkers going down. We have a lot of Marines. 6 Marines. The Zealot's going to do nothing, but we'll still see it. He gets more than I thought he'd get. And we do have an SCV over here, so he's going to be able to scout and see everything. We got 1 Zealot, we got another one on the way. It looks like there's a core going down, so all things pretty standard. Factory shit is going to drop as soon as he gets the 100 gas right here. Right on time. WolFix is a good player. He's not going to miss that. And WolFix here is scouting everything. He knows exactly where Protoss is. He sees range. The only question in WolFix's mind is going to be, what's the follow-up? Is it going to be be a robo? Is it going to be BT? We don't know. Oh, SCV goes ahead and sneaks back in. It's pretty hard to stop that with two zealots, but SCV does get back in. He's going to see everything once again. Wants to make sure there's nothing hidden. And he's just going to see two gateways. So, ggnore is not letting him know whether it's robo or it's BT. SV is going to go down. Second gas goes down. Second gas is a little surprising. You usually don't see it this early, but you definitely can. When the third is mineral only, you definitely see earlier gases from Protoss. And alright, this makes sense as to why. It looks like we're going to get a 2-base carrier. So, 2-base carrier is great if you get away with it. If you don't, it's terrible. So, I mean, obviously, that's like a duh statement. But, 2-base carrier has kind of gone away in the current meta just because it's so prevalent to go for these 5-factory 2-base timings, and if they sniff out 2 Stargate carrier, they just pump Goliath and just die. So, but you know, Vulture's gonna come out to harass, but turrets are going down. Academy is actually almost done, so he will have scan available, and he'll probably see it. You know, he'll probably see at the very least this spinning. WolFix is a good enough player to know what that means. And he's gonna scan the main. This is not like hidden, so you know, I don't. He's gonna scout this. And here comes the comm stats. He's mining up the other bases. He sees at least no 4th. He doesn't know about this 3rd not being there yet. But right now, we're just playing a game of ggnore, hoping that he doesn't find out. And it looks like he is just really low on gas. Going for observer here is kind of slowing down the carrier production, but you know what? We're gonna have to wait to see when these scans go. It does look like, all right, there goes the scans, and he sees the core spinning. He saw the 2 Stargates. He knows, and there will be no more SCVs made. Factories are going down. And this usually means death for Protoss. So, even in a more favorable scenario, this is hard to pull off. In this scenario, it's really hard to pull off. Everything has to go really right for you. And looks like he ate a mine here. That's not a good start. And he invested into a forge. He's still making probes. He just needs units at this point, because it's coming. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 7 fact. Yeah, hardcore 7 fact. I'm actually a little surprised he's throwing on some SCVs, but he absolutely is, and here come the glass. He knows there's almost no ground army. These 6 tanks are enough, right? Even with the ones with machine shop, he's pumping out glass. And as soon as he gets around, he'll probably. ggnore cannot take another base. He needs units. He's got the +1 for the carriers, but you know he's gonna have 2 carriers. Here comes Terran. Ooh, vultures sneak in. They're getting a ton of probes. Looks like we got every probe except for 3. He goes in and sees the entire army, which consists of 7 zealots, 5 dragoons. To me, this looks impossible for Protoss. He's gonna have to evacuate this natural, like ASAP. Here comes the carriers. We already have a full group of flags. +1 flags. Yeah. Boy, that was an anticlimactic game. But he does GG. He recognizes it's over. He GG'd, but okay. But yeah, there's no way to hold this if it's lots of times when you do see 2 Stargate carrier, you'll see Reavers to kind of like you open Reaver into 2 Stargate carriers because Reavers can slow down the push that comes to allow you to have more time for carriers. It's also going to force a bit more money into turrets. Of course, he still made 3. He might have been forced to make 1. But yeah, that's going to do it for game 1. Just kind of a textbook game from WolFix. Even with ggnore getting away with the 12 Nexus, the gas steal into a Nexus first, WolFix kind of pushes through. All right. We are into game 2 between ggnore and WolFix. Season 2 third place match between Unhinged and Legion. ggnore is our top left Protoss, a red Protoss, and in the bottom right we have WolFix as our pink Terran. I actually don't know where ggnore is from, but I know WolFix is from Poland. I don't like a lot of the Polish. I personally don't like a lot of the Polish players in the community. There's very few that I like. I give WolFix a hard time about it, but WolFix is one of the few I actually really do like. WolFix is a very friendly fellow. He's a good player, good to hang out with. He hangs out with a lot of the NA guys. He's very strong, Terran. So, fun to watch. Fun guy to hang out with. And I don't think I've ever seen ggnore play. Few flaws in the first game in terms of his approach to PvT, but it was still really good. It struck me as a build where he might not play. Like the way I thought about it was just from watching his play was it seems like he doesn't play. He might not play against Terrans to the caliber of WolFix, where you know the Terrans he plays against doesn't punish as hard as WolFix does. You can't be super greedy and leave big holes in your play against someone like WolFix because he will hit that timing and kill you. That's just the reality. So WolFix actually, I mean, he's a slower player, like a slower APM player. ggnore is actually pushing like 300 APM. It looks like he's got pretty good mechanics. You know, bringing it bringing it to a later game might be advantageous. Who knows, though. Either way, it looks like we have a pretty standard opening from ggnore. He is not doing a... Well, I say standard, and then he switches it. No zealot, and it looks like he's assuming that it is a cross map, which he is correct. The SCV and probe did cross paths in the top right, so it looks like he is foregoing a dragoon for a quicker nexus, which he will get away with. It's a good play. WolFix took SCVs off the gas, so he is just doing a one factory expansion play. And ggnore will get away with this, without a doubt. Probe is trying to deny scouting, and he's doing a very good job at it. Range is coming, and WolFix is going to throw on the pressure. He sees how quick this nexus is. He's going to test it. If he gets a bunker down, this could do a lot of damage. Otherwise, it shouldn't do any damage. This should be able to kite this enough, but now I take that back. SCBs are coming. These are linebackers, fellas. They do not have 40 HP like the rest, and the goon's going around. What is this? This is gonna make it way harder to stop. So goon goes around. It's gonna catch this marine, but now it's in no man's land. It's gonna take a lot of hits from these marines, I presume. Actually, it kind of slips back. Kind of was all right. Oh no, he just cancels the nexus. I don't know if he needed to cancel the nexus there. Bunker was definitely gonna get up, but that doesn't mean you have to. Huh. Yeah, he just canceled the nexus. He just said F it. And he throws down a robotics facility and a gateway, and suddenly this becomes very good for WolFix. Huh. Okay. Fair enough. I guess he figured that range was too far away for him to hold. And WolFix traps this dragoon. This dragoon is gonna go down. That's huge. And he's just moving right on in with all of this. And these two goons are struggling. One goes down instantly. Is this game just over? Wow, how did that happen? He killed... Wow. That is shocking. I didn't think there was any way that ggnore was going to die to that, but WolFix knows better than me. He just moves in with like a handful of Marines, a Vulture, and some SCVs, and it kills 3 goons and all the probes whilst going up a ramp. I would not have bet on that, but that was that's how this game's gonna end. All right. Well, that was pretty anticlimactic. WolFix just kind of rolled him. All right. Well, that was it. GG's. WolFix wins 2-0.